Stopping by and checking this video out. My name is Tiara Alderman and I'm the fiber artist painter for Little Bird Vintage Designs. And I just wanted to create a video to share with you my experience in the latest Belize give that we did, which is where we dropped our blankets in Ladyville, Belize to an orphanage there with about 36 children. I mean, they range from the age of 5 to 18, and they were just so amazing, and it was such a life-changing experience. So I wanted to be able to share this with you so that you may understand a little bit more about our gives and know that we are doing our part to Buy Love, Give Love, which is our program of giving the blanket. So I just want to share with you a little bit about my story. I was able to go to Belize by raising funds through selling Mary Kay while also being sponsored by Little Birds to get the blankets there and allow these children to really embrace these blankets, even though it's always hot in Belize. You know, these kids just really latched on and longed for something of a personal item for them, as they lack in that. There, you know, a lot of things are shared. There aren't many things that they get that are personalized. So it was really a blessing and an honor to be able to give these children something so personal and things that we just take for granted here in the States. My best friend Lisa Perino and I ended up going to Belize. We were there for a week. We arrived on a Sunday and we left on a Sunday. And it was just such a life-changing experience. We got there and it was hot. Oh my goodness, it was hot. Do we ever take AC for granted? There was no AC anywhere. Except for the ATMs, which was really weird. They air conditioned the ATMs there. And so we get to Ladyville. We finally reached the orphanage after Miss Michelle picked us up. We were just really blown away by the facility. Our house was kind of like a log cabin on stilts. Excuse me. And when you walk inside, I mean, it was just dirt and the bathroom was molded. It was just nothing like we expected. And so we were already like, oh no, we're going home, like forget this, what do we get ourselves into? So as the days go on, we ended up, excuse me, really enjoying our time and not wanting to leave by the end. But what was really cool is that on Tuesday, I have some notes here I'm going to look at. On Tuesday, we spent some time with the kids in the fact that we took out some Little Bird coloring sheets. These are the coloring sheets that we do at all of the gives that we have, or like when we set up in Austin, Lamar Whole Foods, when we do a market day there, we do some crafts and coloring pages with the kids. And I just want to show you a few of them. I'm going to block out some names is why I am holding it up. I don't know if you can see here. One of the young girls colored this for me, and I can show you some other ones. This one was colored for me. They gave the octopus makeup because I wear makeup every day, so I thought it was pretty funny. And this is our gecko. Sorry, I'm covering up some names here. This was colored for me, and this is one of our birds that was colored. And then this is one of my favorites because it's just so colorful. She did such a wonderful job at coloring it, and I didn't realize that coloring would be such an experience with these kids. You know, here we take coloring as stress relief. Their coloring was a bonding moment. So Lisa and I were so honored and excited to be able to bond with these kids over coloring. I mean, I love to color, so it was really cool that I was able to create and establish a connection with these kids just by coloring. So what happened is we actually didn't end up giving the blankets until Wednesday. And I'm really happy that we didn't give the blankets until Wednesday because we were able to really get to know some of the kids, their personalities, and we were able to match some of the blankets that we had with these children. One little girl, I wish I could share her name because it's such a cool name, but I can't for purposes of under protection and stuff. But she was such a rock star, so I gave her the pink Maine Lion blanket. And it just reminded me that she was always on fire and just so strong and courageous, just like our lion, just like Leo is. who our lion is after, Leo Lion. And so it was just really cool to realize the personality that can be matched with these blankets. There was another little girl, well, she wasn't little, she was about 14, and she was just so spunky and free and full of attitude, but I loved it. And so I gave her one of our Ava birds. It was one of the yellow birds on a colorful background with a hot pink border. It was just so flashy and bright, just like she was. So I just loved it because I felt like it was full of attitude, just as she was. So it was really cool to be able to give these blankets to the children by matching their personalities with our animals. And I'll try not to get emotional, but as we were giving the blankets, it was just such a heartwarming experience. I mean, these blankets meant so much to these kids. They just thanked us and hugged us and loved us. Like, they couldn't believe that they had something of their own. One kid even stated, like, this is mine. Like, I get my own blanket. So it was just such a heartwarming experience. I mean, it made everything so worth it. These kids were so well-behaved and well-mannered, and they were so grateful. You know, I just realize that there's so much greater things in life by experiencing a week with these children, realizing that you can do so much with so little, and something just as simple as a blanket really did provide like warmth and love and happiness for these children. I mean, they absolutely loved them. They thought they were awesome. They wanted to work for me. They wanted to work with my company, Little Birds, and so it was really cool to be able to personally give these blankets. I mean, I definitely had to hold back tears and emotions because it was so moving and touching to see the true, like I said, just the warmth and love that these kids felt they're receiving these blankets. And with that, there were 6 older kids who were in high school, and I only had 30 blankets with me. So I decided to give out tote bags and t-shirts to the older kids, and they loved them. So not even did I give really just a blanket drop, but we were able to give them clothing and tote bags that they thought were just so cool that they could use each and every day. And they just begged for all the shirts I wore, because I wore my Little Bird shirt every day, and they all wanted them. One little girl, she's so adorable, begged me for my Ava bird shirt because she called it the Love Bird. She said she felt so much love and happiness with that bird and that she just wanted to wear it each and every day. So that really melted my heart. And of course, I gave her my shirt. I left Belize with like 1 t-shirt left because I packed all Little Bird clothes, and so I ended up giving out a lot of my actually all of them, all of my Little Bird shirts, the blankets. So everything was just such a success. I mean, just to see the gratefulness and the joy that these colors and blankets brought to these kids' life was just so amazing. And on Thursday, some of the girls came to Lisa and I, and they had created us some letters. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few for you just so you can see just the kind of spirits and love and thankfulness that these girls and young boys had for our blankets and for us, and just being so grateful that we were there to spend time with them and color with them, give them blankets. Just something so simple as a blanket meant so much to them. Again, just the little things that we here take for granted was such a joy and honor for them. So it was really an honor and a blessing, and I really do thank the Lord for the opportunity to go and experience a witness to these children's lives, just being the hands and feet of Jesus, just showing them love, whether it was through a blanket, coloring, hugging them, just talking to them. I even played one-on-one basketball with one of the 6-foot-tall boys, and he thought it was the greatest thing ever. So, I mean, just really spending some quality time with these children, and they absolutely adored it and loved it. And it really does make you so humble to what we have here and how much more we can do to give back. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few of the letters that were written to us. This says, "Dear Tiara, this is a quick note to say how glad I am to have met you. You guys are the coolest. It was so nice to share with you, and I feel like you guys have been such a blessing to us." I have another letter. It was so cute. It was in the form of a little note that they made. And inside of it, it says, "Done by," and then the young girl's name, and it says, "To Miss Lisa and Miss Tiara." It says, I thank you for the blanket and shirt you brought for all of us, and the love you give to all of us too. And I hope and wish God bless you when you're going to work and coming back to your home. It says, and I hope you come to Sweet Liberty next time to have fun with all of us. This was another card that some of the kids made for us. This was about 4 kids who made it. It's so adorable. Because we weren't for sure if it was an ear or half a heart, but we're going to go with it's half a heart. So when you see it, you will understand what we're talking about. So they created us this half a heart to say thank you. And let me read. One little girl, she, I cross out the name here. This is how her note came to me. She decorated, created it, and at the top you can see she even gave me her hair clip because she wanted to give something back to me so I could take it back home with me, which I thought was the cutest thing ever. So it says, I love you, Miss Tiara, to you, from the young girl to you. And it says, and I love your blanket you give me and us. Thank you for everything you give to us. Really, thank you. So you can see just the gratefulness that these kids have, just the heart that they have. You know, it really does make you really realize that it's not about the big things in life. You know, it really is about giving this love and warmth and what we can do. And another letter that we received is from one of the girls. This little girl really touched my heart. She was just so rock solid on the inside and out, just so sweet, so respectful, but just so tough. I mean, just tough as nails. She was pretty cool. So I want to show you the top of it. She was so cute. She wrote to both of you, which I thought was so adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and read this letter to you. It says, Dear Mrs., I love you with all my heart, and God blesses you. Forever I'll love you. Both of you are so awesome. Like, every time I see you, I'm like, you're smart, cute, cool, awesome, amazing, and beautiful. This is for the both of you. And she created this picture for both Lisa and I, and this was her letter that she wrote to us. And it was just so touching and inspiring that these kids have so little, but they're just so grateful and so happy for all that they have. So I have to say that in this, thank you for those of you who purchased from our company so that we could give these blankets to this children's home in Ladyville, Belize. I mean, it was just such a touching and heartwarming experience, and I encourage you and I challenge you to spread this video, spread the word about our company so that we may be able to give more blankets and help out more children around the world, not just one, but reaching as many as we possibly can. So I just have to say thank you for your love and support in this, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you and share this moment and this experience with you guys, for it has definitely changed my outlook and view on life and what's important and what's not important and things to do and things not to do kind of thing. So I just really thank you for this opportunity and thank you for listening, and I really do encourage you and challenge you to spread our word and our company and just really spread your own joy and love throughout the world. Thank you so much. This was an honor and a privilege.